Hello again, folks. This is Dave Specter with Fret 12's Blues and Beyond, and we're here at Buddy Guy's Legends on a cold Chicago winter's night with one of the great guitar players on the Chicago scene today, Michael Coleman.
How you doing, Dave?
How you doing, Mike?
All right.
So, 40 years of playing the blues.
Yeah. And still here to tell it.
Yeah. One of Michael's most notable gigs was 10 years with James Cotton, right? Played all over the world with James. And a number of recordings, including some stuff on Alligator. Could you talk a little about your experience with James?
Oh, well, a great experience. James taught me what I know today, how being a band leader and being a musician, you know. And I think I was real young when I joined Cotton. I think I was 29 around in there, I think it was. And Ken Johnson is the one who got me in the band. The old Kingston Mine, he came down to the old Kingston Mine, see we played, because I was playing with LaBelle White, Ray, Nick Charles, and a lot of other people in the Kingston Mine, the old Kingston Mine. And he went outside, he was in there and he said they were looking for a guitar player. And Ken was drunk, you know, we don't believe a lot of things what people tell you when they're drunk. And then he went outside and got this album, Live on the Move, with James Cotton had the harmonica stuck down in his girl pants. And he opened up and I said, oh, okay. I said, I think I hit a gold mine.
Yeah.
And then 2 weeks later, they sent for me, they said I had a ticket at, because I didn't know nothing about James Cotton at the time. Because I was, you know, Aaron Burton and Johnny Dollar brought me to the north side. You know, and I'm playing with them a lot.
You grew up on the west side?
Oh, yeah. Around Lake and Oakley, the project over there. And I got the call from Ken. I had a ticket at O'Hara, just give him my, you know, information. I get the ticket. But on my way out the door, Albert King had called to be his rhythm guitar player. And I said, I'm on my way to New York to join James Cotton, you know.
Oh, man.
And after that, then I went there. And the first night we played, it was at the Lone Star Cafe. And it was, we was opening up for James Brown. I said, man, I'm a little bit of stage, but James Brown had the whole band, everybody.
Yeah. I remember the old Lone Star. They had the balcony above the stage, and the people would look right down on you.
Oh, that was a fun place, man, to play. Atmosphere, the sound was great, everything.
And so your first gig with Cotton was opening for James Brown.
And I didn't know nothing about Cotton.
Yeah.
You know, heard something. They gave me a tape, but I couldn't figure out what it. You know, it was so scrambled you couldn't hardly figure out what it was. You know, I said, they ain't doing no playing some blues. I said it like that, you know, in my head, you know. And I got on the stage and they told me what key, and Cotton just took off.
Yeah.
And after that, I was looking, listening, and felt like I was in the band for a long time. And Cotton looked back. Yeah. And then he got up and said, "You a fat playing motherfucker, ain't you?" I said, "Yeah." And then, I was in the band after that. Well, see, but then the band had got into it with Cotton, and half of the guys had quit on the road. And we came back home, and that's when I was telling James that we should get a bigger band. And that's when we got the horn band, the high compression CD.
Right. That came out on Alligator Records, what, in the late 80s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had everybody know I had got Noel Neal from Baton Rouge, Eddie Hart from Toronto, Doug Fagan from Atlanta, Johnny and Boney. They were from Chicago, but they was in Lil Milton's band. And Lil Milton used to stay at the Roberts Motel a long time ago on 63rd and Prairie.
Yep.
And after I hired them, and Bonnie and Johnny was scared to quit Lil Milton, you know. And
was that the hotel where Sam Cooke was shot?
No.
Okay.
And then Lil Milton had grabbed Bonnie in the collar, told him he wasn't quitting. You know, because the old cats used to be like that. You can't just quit their band, you know. And then after that, you know, I did a lot of arrangements for the CD. And
so let's take a step back. You talk about the phone call you got from Albert King. How did that come about?
well, somebody give him my name.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you can play good, you know, work it around.
Yeah.
I don't know who gave him, but he was on the phone.
So you hadn't met Albert or played for him or anything like that?
I know of Albert King from his records, but
Sure.
never met him.
Yeah.
But Merle used to play him, and Dion played for Albert King for a long time.
Right. Dion Payton.
Yeah.
So playing with Cotton, backing up a harmonica, Cotton, you know, one of the most famous Chicago blues harp men, spent many years with Muddy Waters, played on a lot of his great chess recordings. Did playing behind a harp change your approach?
No, not really. You have to follow the leader.
Yeah.
And he was the leader. You got to play for him, not play for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then when it's time for me to play, I play for me. Well, harmonica made it sound much better than me. But somebody can play the harmonica. See, that's the whole thing. And then a lot of people just can't play behind harmonica players because they don't listen to them.
Right.
You know, and I listen to Cotton.
Yeah. Did you find that your rhythm chops, your chording, changed at all? Did you alter it to play behind a harp?
Well, I put my funkiness in it because I already played a lot of funk anyway.
Yeah. And
I changed Cotton's groove a little bit. Because Cotton was already funky, but I made it more funkier.
Yeah.
You know, and I used to go, I did a lot of rehearsing in his basement, learn his material on my own, because I used to leave my house. I lived on the west side, go all the way to his house and practice and listen to his records in his basement.
Mm-hmm.
And his wife, C.O., used to bring me dinner all the time down there. She said, I'm the only one that ever took time out to learn James Cotton music. You know, and I know what James wanted. If you listen, you got to listen to that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, because Cotton couldn't read.
Right.
He couldn't tell you about the music, but he can play it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a good way, because a lot of people just can't talk music, but they can play music. And if you can hear it, you can pick it up with no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.